Hello, this is Officer Showtime Sandberg. My friend Angie, she's a trainer also, and we're going to do mixed pairs in the Emerald Cup 2015. This is my son Clef, and basically, Showtime Jr. Basically what we're going to do is today is we're going to show you some basic, nice and easy steps to get yourself into shape, get some muscle tone, burn some fat. 2 sets of 8 to 10, nice and light on everything. All right, so the first exercise we're going to do is we're going to hit chest. We're going to do the pec deck for that. And remember, every time you come up and contract, you want to really squeeze the pec muscles every time you come to a contraction. It's good to have a partner when you do these, so when you pull these out here, you don't tweak your shoulder. Okay, so Angie is my friend. She's going to demonstrate this real quick. So whenever you're ready, Angie. So she's going to come up and she's going to squeeze the pec muscles every time she comes up and contracts. And you only want to go to about as far as she's going, because if you come too far back, you risk a shoulder injury. Okay, go ahead and hit 2 more. For right now, just hit 2 sets of 8 to 10. No more than that, you know, unless you guys have already been lifting. Okay, good job. Because you don't want to be going too high on the reps just yet. Okay, so our next chest exercise is going to be flat bench flies. You know, a lot of men, you know, when we try to get into the gym, you know, a lot of us want to try to get that freak look, try to get really big arms, big chest, and try to get, you know, as freaky looking as we can. Whereas women, they want to go, oh, I don't want to bulk up, I don't want to get freaky. You know, as you can see with Angie, you know, she didn't get this way from doing little 5 and 10 pound little dumbbells. You know, she got that way. This is her warm-up weight here. She usually does with the 50-pound dumbbells. You know, as you can see, she's reached that freaky level, freaky hot. See, just burned my hand right there. So you can see that it's really hard for women to bulk up. You really have to want to bulk up to get that freak look as a woman. Women have 1/20th the testosterone level as a man. So you don't have to worry about that. So Angie's going to demonstrate here. Chest. This is for chest here. Dumbbell press. You can do press or flies. She's doing press, and it's for pectoralis major here. And again, you want to make sure you're contracting the chest at the top of every movement. Go ahead and hit 1 or 2 more there, Angie. All right, 1 more just for fun. All right, good job. It's good to have a spotter on these. It's always better safe than sorry, because you don't want that thing to come back and hit you in the head or in the face. It doesn't feel good. You know, I've done it a few times, it's knocked some sense into me. So again, 2 sets of 8 to 10 on this, just like the other one. That's all you want to start with. This is a beginner program. All right, so the next exercise we're going to do, lat pull downs. This is we're going to work your upper back right here. It's going to work all through here, upper back. Make sure you really squeeze and contract that back as you come down. So we're going to work on that first. And Angie's going to demonstrate again. You want to go just underneath your chin, right here to your upper chest, right there. That's where you want to be touching every time. And again, really squeezing and contracting that upper back. Again, we're looking at 8 to 10 reps here. Go ahead and hit 2 more, Angie. Good, and the other thing I like to do is put the hands in close. Okay, whenever you're ready. That way, when you squeeze your upper back, you come down and squeeze the bicep, you get a little bit more bicep pump in there too. So you'll want to squeeze your upper back and your biceps every time you come down if you go a narrow grip on this one. That's probably my favorite way to do these. Go ahead and hit about 2 more just so they can see that. Good, Angie. All right. Okay, and then make sure on this, when you come down, you're squeezing those shoulder blades together and flexing, and when you come back up, stay engaged. Don't roll your shoulders back out. Keep it flexed. Keep that back flexed at all times and putting the mind into the muscle so that your muscles are working the entire time. Don't let them rest.
Okay, on this exercise, it's called the bent over dumbbell row. On this, you want to make sure that you keep your shoulders squared off. You want to keep a natural arch in your back. I like to put my leg out slightly to the side so that I have more like a kickstand to support the weight. You're going to hold the dumbbell. You're going to reach down until you feel a stretch in your lat. You're going to go up and squeeze. And we're gonna do a set for 8 to 10.
See, she posts her legs straight, her other leg is up on the bench, bent, and then she's got her hand up here towards the front of the bench. Every time she comes up, she's squeezing, and then she comes down, she's letting that come down and flex. She's flexing the whole time. And that's gonna bring out the latissimus dorsi, which is this muscle right here. Again, 2 sets of 8 to 10 on this. Go ahead and hit about a couple more reps here. Okay. Looking good, Angie. Give me 2 more. 1 more. Awesome. Good shit. So make sure on this one you don't round your back this way when you're doing them. Keep those shoulders nice and parallel and come up and really squeeze on those. Again, we all want to always use the mind here. The mind into the muscle gets you better results. So that was it for the back. Now we're going to move on to arms. The next exercise we're going to do is arms. And this is going to be, these are called Sandberg curls. They're a combination of 3 different exercises, which is your curls, your Zlotman curls, and your hammer curls. You're never too young or too old to start training. It's okay for kids to lift weights, the doctors say now, as long as you don't go too heavy. So my son, Showtime Jr., he's going to demonstrate this. So go ahead, Cliff, and start with the regular dumbbell curls first. 5 of them. You want to do 3 to 5 of each of these in the series. We'll just go 3 for now because I want people doing 8 to 10 for first. So now go up and then across for 3. These are called Zlotman curls right here. They're up to work the bicep, and then when you come over and across, you're going to work that bicep brachialis on the way down. Good. 1 more. Then we're going to go into hammer curls. Good. Squeeze at the top and hold it. Good. All the way up and squeeze. Give me 2 more. Good. Okay, just like that. So you're going to hit the arm at every angle for the biceps. You're going to hit both biceps heads, plus you're going to get the bicep brachialis, which is that, it looks like a little monkey bump on the side that kind of pops out. So the first one's going to be for your bicep head, and then the second one's going to be for that little bump. Can add up to 1/4 inch on your arm, so it's important. You want to work that muscle group. Okay, so now we're going to do preacher curls. Again, this is for the biceps. And just keep that weight really nice and light in the beginning, and you can raise the weight as we go along. But we're just going to come up and squeeze the biceps, and then come back down. We're going to do this 8 times, and we're going to split it. We're going to do 4 this way with a narrow grip. Because your bicep has 2 heads, we want to make sure we hit both of them. So 4 to the inside, and then we're going to switch to the outside. We're going to do 4 more. Come up and squeeze, and then back down. Start out going nice and slow. You know, you don't have to go freaky fast or freaky slow. You just go right in the middle, just a nice, slow, easy pace. Putting the mind in the muscle and squeezing at the top. Remember, this is a beginner's program, so unless you're already an intermediate or advanced athlete, make sure you start with really light weight and work your way up, because you can get hurt on this, believe it or not, as simple as the exercise looks, even with a light weight, because when you come down, you can hyperextend that elbow if you get careless. You come down nice and easy, and then you come back up. You avoid the tennis elbow and all that stuff. All right, so the next arm exercise, we already worked the biceps. Now we're going to work the triceps, which is the back of the arm here. So we're going to do that next. We're going to start with the rope, triceps push downs. So when you do this, you want to keep the shoulders square, facing straight ahead, looking straight ahead. You want to have chest out, butt out on this. When you come down, you want to pull the rope apart. Pull it apart and squeeze these triceps right here. Squeezing the back of the arms, putting the mind into the muscle. And we want to go 2 sets of 8 to 10 on this one, just like everything else. Okay. So when you do these, make sure that you keep the elbows in. So what I like to teach is, like, you take a rope and you tie it around them so that keeps these arms tight against you. You want your arms close tight into your sides. And when you come down, as you pull the rope apart, you squeeze the back part of the tricep. You only go to where your biceps contract and no more than that. You only want to go up about chest high. You don't want to come up clear up here because now you're bringing your back and all kinds of other muscles into it. You want to stay in here, just like she's doing. Coming down and pulling. I don't want you to see do this crap here. Go ahead and show them how some people do it. This is horrible form right here. Some people think they're actually working their triceps when they do that. I don't know what that is, okay, but it's not tricep pushdowns. So make sure you use that good form on this. Very important. Or that one, yeah. Okay, so on this one, there's a lot of reps involved. So you want to start really light on these. Start with like 3 to 5 pound dumbbells at the most and work your way up each week from there. This is a modified version of what I call the torture chamber, because when I do these, I do sets of 100. But today we're only going to do a set of 15. So we're going to start with 3 reps only, Arnold presses. So go ahead and show them, Angie, how to do that. So each time you come up, you're working your front delt, and every time you come down, your arms should be nice and pumped from the arm workout. You're also working your biceps in there too. And after 3 of those, you're going to come out and do side lateral raise. You want to come right in here and then back up. Then the last one is going to be rear lateral raise for 3. And that'll be for the back of your shoulders. And then go ahead and stand straight up. So your chin is in your chest and you're shrugging your shoulders, just like as if you don't know the answer to a question in the classroom. And that by keeping your chin in your chest too, you avoid, and she's obviously going over the 3 reps so that I can explain this, but it's just like you don't know the answer to the question in class. What it does is it keeps you from doing this and twisting your neck and tweaking it. That's why we do that. So the other point that I wanted to make is when you come out on these, if you noticed how she's doing it, her pinkies are coming out on the way up. So you can visualize the pinkies coming out. And I like to visualize having 2 pitchers of beer. You have a pitcher of beer in the right hand, you have a pitcher of beer in the left hand. You're coming out, you're pouring both those pitchers of beer out, because beer is bad for growth. You drink, you shrink. So you come out, boom, pour them out, just like that. All right, so the next thing we want to do is we want to build up our legs, because we don't want to be top heavy. We don't have this big Johnny Bravo upper body and these little teeny tiny Johnny Bravo legs. We want everything balanced and symmetrical. So Angie's going to show us how to do leg extensions. This is for the front of the legs, the quadriceps. So each time you come up, you want to squeeze those quads. Again, we're putting the mind into the muscle, making them fire off, making them respond. Again, 8 to 10 reps is plenty. Good. Good job, Angie. Okay, so when you do these, you know, most of the places that you go to the gym at, this is Galloway Sports and Fitness Center, there's, you know, handles on this one. There's handles on almost every single one of these leg extensions in almost any gym you go to. So hands on the handles, good posture, really squeezing at the top. And remember, this is a beginner program. I want to emphasize that. So nice and light on the weight. We don't need to hurt. You don't need to go out and hurt yourself. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. We're not trying to do that. We're trying to build baby steps. Go a little at a time. So remember that. Okay, so the next exercise we're going to do is we're going to do the hamstrings, the back of the legs this time instead of the front. So this right here, this exercise is called the seated leg curl. So you want to make sure that that's balanced. You want this pad up just below your knee, and you don't want it riding up on your knee at any time. She's coming down there. She's squeezing the back of the legs. You want to squeeze the back of the legs on this one. Again, 2 sets of about 8 to 10, nice and light. And you just add weight a little bit each week. Good, go and give me 2 more. Last one. Good. Okay, when you do these, make sure, because what this is called the biceps femoris. And it's called that because what it is it's a bicep right in the back of your leg. So you want to squeeze that and flex it just like you would your bicep in your arm. The next one that we're going to do for lower body is going to be lunges. People have a love-hate relationship with this, but this is my favorite one to teach people because it gets everything. It gets the quads, it gets the hammies, it gets the glutes, it gets everything. We're going to start with no weight at all for at least a month. I don't want you using any weights at all. You can start using either a dumbbell or barbells afterwards, after you get used to the motion. So Angie's gonna demonstrate this, but you wanna go down, and as you take a step, you wanna go to where your knee almost touches the ground and not quite. Then you wanna come back up, and when you come up, bring the leg all the way up and squeeze. Squeeze in the biceps, okay? Knee almost to the ground, come back up, flex. Flexing that biceps femoris and glutes every time you come up. Good, flex, excellent. Making sure when you do these that you don't go too far. Show them how to do it wrong. Go over your, you don't want to be too far over your knee this way, over your toe, and blow your knee out. Press through your heel, just like that. Coming down, going to where your knee is almost touching and not quite. And the main thing to do, if you want to turn around here, is when you come up, you want to flex really hard. So as you're coming back up top here, you're already flexing glute right now. Boom, flex. And then when you come up again, you're still flexing the glute, and now you're flexing the biceps femoris. So you get all this down here on the way back. So go ahead and do a couple of more like that. So you're flexing here and you're flexing the glute. Right from the start, you're already flexing the glute. Good. And this is a really good one for kids to do too. You can have your kids do it because it's non-weighted, so it's good for kids to do.
Okay, we're gonna train the abdominals. There's several muscle groups to hit, so we're gonna start out with the plank. So these are my mad Spidey skills. You wanna stay close to the mat, and then you're gonna bring your leg up to the side, and you're squeezing your obliques, which are these muscles right here. So squeeze, 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 squeeze. And just do as many as you can. And the lower you are to the floor, the more you're gonna hit your abs. You don't wanna do this one up like this, unless you're just building up to getting lower. So try to get lower each time you do it. Another one you can do for this one is go into a plank, and then you're gonna twist. You're gonna tap your hip down, and then come back up. And then another one that I like to do is a plank to pike. And this one will get your abdominals, as well as your obliques and your abdominal walls. And you go here, and you're just gonna press up. This one also gets the shoulders too, so if you do this on shoulder day, it really burns. And just really point your toes and try to get up as high as you can, and then come back down. And this is a hollow hold. And for this one, you want to make sure that the small of your back is pressed on. I always tell my clients to do a cantaloupe scoop. So scoop like you were a cantaloupe. Keep that on there. And you're gonna hold it, and just keep your legs as low as you can get them without getting that off. So you're just gonna hold this and keep holding. And this one, you wanna make sure that you're keeping the small of your back pressed against the floor. And you can lower your feet, which makes it harder. So you can see I'm starting to shake. And then I'm gonna show you the bicycle crunch. This one's an excellent exercise. It gets every part of your abs, and it burns really good. So you wanna keep your legs close to the ground. You don't wanna be doing this. Try to touch your elbow to your knee, and really control and squeeze the abs. Okay.
That's it for today. Remember, keep it light, keep it safe, keep it simple. Start today. The road to tomorrow is a road that leads to nowhere. Start now. Just like your shirt says. Stop saying tomorrow. Decide, commit, succeed. The road to becoming a real life superhero starts now, not later. See you next time.
Tell little Jack to come on up. Come on. Got a little something special for you too, man. Come on. Tell you, this is my favorite cat right here. You guys are okay. This is my favorite right here, man. Sit your word down right here, little Jack. Come on, let me know it for a minute. Sit down right here. Okay, when we're gonna strike the pose, you can strike any pose you want, okay? Go ahead and strike the pose. Double arm bicep, that's fine. What do you guys say? All right, thank you. Okay, you're gonna get to go off stage just like your dad with the big boys, okay? You ready? You're gonna go off this way. You don't have to go in the audience no more. You grew up tonight. Okay, man. All set. Go ahead. There you go, big guy. You go with Dad. Proud of him, man. Way to go. Want to like the